Hey everyone! Welcome back to Story Hive. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Let's jump into today's story. My daughter threw a forbidden party, and her actions led to my youngest daughter being assaulted by four men, leaving me in tears. To start off, I'm a widow with three children, but in this post I'll focus on my two youngest daughters, Leah 14 and Maya 18. Leah was raped by four men back in December. This incident occurred because Maya threw a party while I was working the night shift. Four of the boys who attended this party assaulted Leah. It has been devastating to say the least. Leah has lost all her spark and quit cheerleading. On top of that, she opted out of her freshman year and is only doing courses online. She doesn't sleep in her room anymore, but with me, and just wears my late husband's hoodies all day. I feel so helpless as a mother because I don't know how to help her. Throughout the investigation, a lot of things came out regarding Maya's part in this. She did not set up her little sister, but I feel like she severely neglected her. All of this could have been avoided if she had just followed my rules. I never approved of a party. I left her in charge of watching Leah, and before anyone says, well, you're her mother, it's not her job to watch your kid, the thing is it was her job. I pay her well to look after her sister while I work nights. It's been an agreement we've had for years. Leah is not special needs in any way. The only thing I asked of Maya was to make sure her sister did her homework and went to bed at a reasonable time. The men who assaulted Leah were invited by Maya. She knew them personally and knew they had affiliations with gangs but didn't care. What I found out during the investigation is that Maya tried to set Leah up with one of these boys. Leah was not interested, and this boy harassed her all night, trying to get her to kiss him. When Leah had enough, the worst part is that people at the party heard her yelling and did nothing, just assuming a couple was arguing upstairs. We didn't know what happened until the next morning when the party was over. Having Leah do a rape kit was traumatizing for her and probably the worst moment as a parent for me. A couple of weeks later, she tested positive for a curable STD. My baby has been so broken ever since. Even though they did get those boys and all four pleaded guilty because there was evidence on their phones, it's still extremely hard for Leah right now. Maya, on the other hand, has been remorseful. Leah has no animosity towards her and doesn't blame her. But I don't know why, for me, I'm so angry at Maya. I've been really trying to forgive her, but I can't. As of now, I can't even look at her without wanting to lash out. Her prom is next weekend, and I honestly couldn't care less. She tries to have conversations with me, but it's hard for me to show any interest. I don't hate my daughter. I still love her, but I have a strong dislike for her right now. I've been reading self-help books, trying to learn how to address this properly. I feel like I can't open up to anyone about this in life. I guess this may be a cry for help as a mother. Edit. Thank you for all the feedback. The most repetitive question I'm seeing is if Maya still watches Leah. The answer is hell no. I don't trust her anymore, and it might take years to get it back. I'm currently on a leave of absence. Also, Leah is not in therapy right now. She expressed to me she's not ready for that. I think after the sentencing she might be open to it. Maya is also in therapy but skips a lot of appointments. And I'm in therapy too. It's been helping me remain calm throughout this situation and not want to lash out at Maya. But the number one piece of advice I'm seeing and am strongly considering is sending Maya to my parents' house for a while to get some space from her. Sorry for the quick second edit. For those asking if Maya is in a gang, to my knowledge, she isn't. The most I've ever caught her doing was smoking pot and vaping. I also don't want to think Maya would ever intentionally set up her sister to be brutally assaulted. Also, I feel like it would have come up in the investigation if she had intentionally set up Leah. The boy Maya was trying to set Leah up with was 17 at the time. He's 18 now, and the other three were grown men. Update 1. To put it quite simply, Maya was arrested the night of Lee's attack. She was charged with felony child endangerment and 2 misdemeanors. The judge was very lenient with her, imposing a $2,000 fine, 60 hours of community service, and 3 years probation. Plus, I took her car. After this update, I might have given her a harsher punishment, but back to the update. TL Drive. On Thursday afternoon, Maya and I got into a fight. The dispute happened because Leah came to me virtually upset and on the verge of tears because 5 people messaged her that day, expressing condolences about her attack. Leah has been very clear. She doesn't want anyone she knows to know that she was the victim of the attack. Upon further investigation, it turns out Maya told a group chat of 27 people that Leah was the victim. Leah vocalized to me how humiliated she feels and that she can't ever go back to school next year. I, of course, confronted Maya about it. She kept saying I was overreacting and that Leah was being dramatic. I tried to reason with her to see how she hurt her sister, but she did not see the issue. She cut me off mid-lecture and said it just clicked for me at that moment that she was not actually remorseful at all and that I had just witnessed her mask slip. I responded with, "Pack your up." That's exactly what she did, but the next morning I got a text from Maya to meet her at her therapist appointment later that day. Looking back, I wish I had never gone because her therapist mostly saw her POV. At the start of the appointment, Leah is listed as a Jane Doe and is not named anywhere, but I digress. We then got into the nitty-gritty of it all. Maya told me in front of the therapist that she feels emotionally neglected by me and that I never seem to care about her trauma, which includes having to stay in jail for a weekend and losing one of her friends, one of Lee's literal rapists. I wish I could say I'm joking, but I'm dead serious. We were talking about that for the first 30 minutes. Her therapist was guilt-tripping me for not being more emotionally available for Maya, and said I should try to be, as their father is no longer with us. But call me an awful parent, I don't want to be emotionally there for Maya if it involves helping her mourn the friendship of the person who ruined her sister's life. The therapist was insistent, especially since she kept referring to what happened to Leah as an accident, or saying Leah seems happier these days because that's what Maya has been telling her, even though Leah is quite literally high on antidepressants and still scores extremely low on mental health evaluations. If you want to skip over the next paragraph, what I said to both Maya and her therapist was, I think it's kind of disgusting that the two of you are refusing to acknowledge Lee's trauma in this and keep referring to it as an accident. Maya started sobbing in the office and said it wasn't fair that I blamed her for what happened to Leah. She told me the only thing she was trying to do was have Leah come out of her shell because she kept hovering next to her at the party. The therapist then interjected and asked Maya how Leah responded when she apologized. Maya defensively said, "Apologize for what? I'm not going to apologize for doing what every teenager does, which is being reckless and partying. Leah is just overreacting." At that point, I couldn't take it anymore and walked out of the appointment. Maya texted me later that night begging me to let her come home, but I'm not ready to have her back yet. I feel like my daughter needs a big reality check, and I don't think I'm doing her any favors by allowing her back into my home and pretending everything is okay. I'm still trying to figure out how to address this in therapy, but as of right now, I don't want her back home yet. Update 2. The fallout from Maya's appointment has left me in a tough spot. The confrontation with the therapist and Maya was incredibly draining. I feel like I'm stuck between wanting to support my daughter while also needing to ensure Lee's healing process isn't overshadowed by Maya's issues. Since Maya's departure to my parents' house, Leah has expressed a bit of relief. She says she feels safer and less anxious without the constant reminder of what happened through Maya's presence. However, I'm torn because I know Maya is struggling too. She's been reaching out more frequently, but I'm struggling to find the balance between holding her accountable and providing the emotional support she clearly needs. I'm also grappling with guilt. I keep questioning if I'm being too harsh or if I should have handled things differently. I want to believe that Maya's actions were more about negligence than malice, but her recent behavior and attitude make it hard to see her as just a teenager who made a mistake. It feels like she's not fully grasping the severity of her actions and the impact they've had on Leah and our family. I'm considering whether Maya needs more structured consequences or if she could benefit from a more intensive therapeutic program. I'm leaning towards keeping her away from home until she shows a deeper understanding of her actions and their repercussions. It's a hard decision, especially since I still love her and want what's best for her. I've also had a few family members reach out, some expressing concern for Maya and others supporting my decision. The differing opinions have been confusing and added to my stress. I'm trying to focus on what Leah needs right now while also addressing Maya's behavior in a way that's fair and effective. I'm continuing with therapy, and I'm looking for resources that might help me navigate this complex situation. I'm hoping to find a way to support Maya without compromising Lee's well-being. It's an ongoing struggle, and I appreciate all the advice and support I've received so far. Thank you again for all the help and understanding. I'll update as things progress. Thanks for tuning in to today's Reddit story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing stories. See you next time.